Hello, class is now in session. So today we are going to talk about the things that I learned in 2023. I got my handy dandy iPad right here. Let's just jump right into it. Number one, people do not share the same morals that you do. Expecting you in somebody else is a one-way street to getting your heart broke. Just because I'm nice, that don't mean that everybody else gonna be nice. And you may think to yourself, I would never do this to somebody, but that don't mean they ain't gonna do it to you. Yeah. And you can't even be mad at people for that. You can either choose to forgive them or you can cut them off. Number two, men really ain't shit. They're not. Not my man. My man is really nice. But just men in general, they just, ugh. They be paid actors hired by Tyler Perry himself. Number three, put yourself first. Don't be letting people's emotions and problems get to you, okay? They should get to you a little bit, especially if that's your friend. If that's your friend, that's your friend. If that's your friend, you like, I feel like you only human to worry about them. But don't let they shit affect your aura and your spirit. Don't do none of that. Like, if you want to be a lawyer instead of a doctor, but your family wants you to be a doctor, bitch, go be a lawyer. Fuck 'em. Number four, there is power in the words that you say. You got to be more positive to yourself. I am learning that. I'm always like, oh, I'm so broke, I'm this, I'm that. Be positive. Speak life into yourself. Be like, one of my friends told me, instead of saying you're broke, say you're in between manifestations. I'm in between manifestations. I'm in between blessings. That's what I say. Use your words of affirmation. They can be, I'm beautiful, I'm this, I'm that. I'm always calling myself ugly because other people have projected that onto me. Bitch, ugly where? Look at me. And sometimes being delusional is the solution. Delulu is the salulu. If you wish it to be and you act that way, it's going to become a way of life. I'm telling you, like, you just got to be a little bit delusional sometimes about everything. Everything could use a little delusion. Number five, I am not always right. I'll be thinking that I am. But I'm not always right. Sometimes you can hurt somebody unintentionally. Like, you went into doing something with the best intentions, but it could hurt somebody. It could be something as simple as a word that you said and you triggered them. You didn't know that you triggered them, but you did. Learn to just accept the fact that everybody is not going to be happy with the things that you do, and you're not always right. Trust the process. That's number 6. Trust the process. You don't have to be scared of everything. Learn to just take these opportunities as they come. Now, every opportunity is not a good opportunity. You got to learn how to discern between those. But stop being scared of everything. I'd be so scared to like go to networking events. I'd be scared to walk. I'd be seeing people like in Target or somewhere that I'd be like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty, I want to talk to her. I'd be scared. In 2024, I want to stop being scared. I want to step into my confidence. I want to step deep into my confidence, as a matter of fact. Trust in God and trust in your intuition, and that will help you trust the process. Growth is not sudden. You can't try to force yourself to grow. People be like, oh, I'm going to start this right now. You can do that, but like, growth is a process. You can't just go to therapy 2 times and be like, yo, I'm healed. No. Healing is a lifetime thing. It's something that takes years to do. Give yourself some motherfucking grace. You get what I'm saying? Their timeline is not my timeline. Because God is speaking. Let the church say amen. Look, their timeline is not my timeline, honey. The things that people do in their life ain't got nothing to do with you, okay? Shorty got married by the time she was 23. Shorty got 2 babies. Shorty in the midst of her career. Shorty doing good. But that ain't got nothing to do with me. Social media is a big factor in this. I be on social media and I see people doing this, that, and the third. I'm like, I'm 26. Why is my life not like this? Everybody has their season. It just ain't my season yet. And you know what? That's cool. That is cool. That is something that I learned in 2023. Everybody's timeline is not your timeline. You move at the pace that you move. There are 18-year-olds that are multimillionaires. Maybe you're not going to be a millionaire till you're 65. It doesn't matter. At least you got there. You get what I'm saying? That's a heavy one. You are moving in God's timing. You got to remember that. Number 9, stop being so nice to others and be nice to yourself. Like, you can constantly pour into someone else's cup. Lord knows I do it all the time. But when your cup ain't getting filled, everything becomes mentally and physically exhausting and draining. Make sure your cup getting filled too. Make sure you pour into yourself. Take care of yourself first and realize that people aren't always going to reciprocate your energy. You may be like the best friend in the world, but that don't mean everybody is going to be a good friend to you. Pour into yourself first, sis. Let's do that. Let's do that more in 2024. I'm talking to myself. Can the church say amen, honey? Number 10, some things ain't necessary. I'm talking to you, $300 Shein cart girlies. Yeah, because I'm one of those. Some things are not necessary. Like, I have seen so many people be in debt because they buying things that they don't need, or like doing things in a weird order. Look, which, like I said, live your life. But like, I see it a lot in men, mostly. I see it a lot in men. You going to buy some $1,000 pair of pants, but you don't even really have a place to stay. Let's talk about it. Let's get into that. Let's unpack that. I be on the TikTokies, I be on the Instagrammies, and I see everybody got the newest iPad. And I just bought this one. This is the 8th generation. It was made in 2020, 2021 or something like that. And there's nothing wrong with this iPad. It works perfectly fine. I got the pencil. Everything's fine. But because I see everybody with the new iPad, I'm like, I feel like something's wrong with this one. Like I need to upgrade. And there's nothing wrong with upgrading. But like, I just spent the money on this one. Why would I go spend money on another one? You get what I'm saying? Like, it would be unnecessary when there's literally nothing wrong with this one. And like, I feel like I be pressured to think that something is wrong with the things that I have. The whole white refrigerator thing. I've had a white refrigerator my whole life. My mom had a white refrigerator. I got a white refrigerator now. It's a goddamn refrigerator. Why does it matter what fucking color it is? I'm lower echelon because I got a white refrigerator. You don't have to be like the next bitch. Be like yourself. Number 11, be grateful. Sometimes you have to think about the fact that most of the time you are in the season that you prayed for. I remember there was a time when I was worried about how I'm gonna pay my rent. The person that was helping me pay bills was moving out. I was like, how am I gonna do this? I just waited and I waited on my time. And I ended up being able to pay all my bills. I got a pay raise shortly after like literally a month after they moved out. And I was able to pay everything by myself. And I'm still doing it by myself to this day. That was 2 years ago. You have to be a good steward over the things that you do have so that God can bless you with more. Matthew 25 verse 23 says, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things, so I will put you in charge over many things. God not gonna bless you with that big thing that you want. Like you sitting up here saying, oh, I want to make $10,000 a month. I want to make $20,000 a month. You can't handle the little $2,000 you make in a month. You can't handle that. Because instead of paying your bills, you at the casino. You think God gonna give you 10? Girl. Number 12, don't be scared to ask for help if you need it. Closed mouths do not get fed. But also, like, pay attention to who you asking. That's something that I learned, because you can ask somebody for help and they will throw that back in your face. I learned that this year. That's been a lifelong thing. You can ask somebody for help and they will throw it back in your face. Learn who to ask, but also don't be scared to get help. Everybody needs a helping hand sometimes. Do not be scared. You can ask me. I ain't gonna throw it back in your face. Number 13, every person, every single being on this planet can teach you something. The amount of things that I have learned from babies, from children, from teenagers, from people my age, from older people. Every person on this earth can teach you a lesson. You could be the richest man in the world, and a homeless person who has nothing can teach you something. Be teachable. And last but not least, number 14, be specific in the things that I manifest and pray for. This year, I have been very heavy into social media. Sometimes it's good to take a break. You see these people living a certain life and you be like, I want my life to be like that. But you don't know what they did to get there. You don't know how they got it. You don't know if it's fake. You don't know what they're doing. They could be selling their soul. You don't know what they're doing to get that life. So I have learned to be specific in the things that I pray for, the things that I manifest, the things that I speak into my life, because you don't know what these people are doing. You could see someone with a lot of nice things, but they could be throwing that coochie to get those things. You don't know what they doing. They could be he touching Emilio Pucci. Like, you don't know what they're doing to get the things that they have. Yeah, you see them riding on the jet skis in the Maldives and the Bora Boras. But how much coochie they had to throw to get that? Or who had to sell their soul to the devil? Who had to do that to get these things? Who's paying for it? Maybe they're scamming. Maybe they're embezzling. You don't know what's going on. So stop wishing you was like these people. You don't know these folks. I feel like all of these things are things that I'm constantly learning, but they came to a head this year. Let me know what things you have learned this year or what things you're currently working on. And like, if you don't mind sharing, what's some of your goals for the new year? And if you agree with any of the things that I said, let me know. Let's have a conversation in the comments. Let's have a conversation, okay? I love you guys, and I love doing videos like this. I love just talking to the camera. So if you want more content like this, y'all can give me content ideas in the comments. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to me, because I'm getting on my Zoom this year, you guys. I'm getting on my Zoom. Love you.